Okie dokie. So I'm on day 18, 19, 20 or something of squatting every day. I really don't know, but something like that. And it's really weighing down on me. Like I'm feeling tired as fuck. Every time I go out for a run, my shins and my calves are hurting and cramping. Like every time I have to do a squat, my legs are already tired, right? So it's weighing on me for sure. But like these kind of experiments that you do for a while, I think they're fun, right? I mean, generally I say your training should be sustainable. It should be something that you can sustain for a long time, right? But every now and then, these little things that you like, these challenges that you do for like a week or 30 days, I think it's quite fun. And it's like these squatting everyday things, it's one of them, you know. And don't get me wrong, like it's tiring, but I am for sure the strongest that I've ever been on the squat. I mean, today I'm gonna challenge myself for 44 kilos on the past squat, which, if you remember, like when I started this challenge, I failed 36 kilos for even one rep, and today I'm gonna get or try and get 44 kilos for two reps, which is insane to even think about, right? Imagine like in 20 days that you suddenly get a 20% increase on your salary. You would be happy as fuck, right? So it's kind of the same thing. So getting stronger for sure, like also on the normal pistol squat, not the past pistol squat, but last training, 50 kilos for two sets of two, and my PR is actually just 52 kilos. Like we're heading in the right direction. And at this point, even though I'm tired, I know it's only like 10 days left. I just want to see how far I can take it. So yeah, definitely some fun times coming ahead. Might be tired, but nonetheless, yeah, when you're excited, even though you're tired, that's when you know that you have some fun training on your hands. So today it's gonna be another leg day, a full leg day. You know, starting to recover from last week. Even though I'm, like I said, I'm a bit tired, but I'm gonna do a full leg day. So first some hamstrings, and then moving on to pistol squats. For the hamstrings, you know, it's the same as always, but a little bit different, right? I always do the Nordic curl holds to get my hamstrings stronger. But every time there's just this little chip, this little dent I am making in the progress, right? Every time it's like a bit longer holds, a bit more reps, whatever, right? So making a little progress every time. And if you have that, right, if you're in that groove of doing the same shit over and over again and it's working, right? Your cake is coming out the oven with the same recipe every time, cooked to perfection. Well, then you can just use the same recipe, and that's gonna be fun because you can just do the same shit over and over again, push yourself harder and harder, and see the gains come. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. Let's head outside for some Nordic curl holds. Alright. This is definitely not the 10 seconds I was hoping for. But at least I got a lift off, which was better than last time. So a bit sweet and sour, I would say. Let's try another set, but I want to keep trying this lift off. You know, I don't want to skip the lift off. Like help myself into the position with my fingers. So yeah, let's just keep trying to do it without any assistance of the hands to get in position. All right, so definitely weaker than last time, but still, last time I was helping myself up to hold the position. This time I'm carefully lifting myself up off the ground, which, you know, the bottom position is the most difficult position to get up from. So if I can do this, train it a little bit more, I might even be able to do a full Nordic curl with my hands behind my back, which is going to be way more difficult than a normal Nordic curl, right? Because my hands are all the way up here, so the gravity has to come all the way from at the end of the lever instead of when my hands are besides my body. But yeah, very nice here. No hold PRs, but still some lift off PRs. And now I'm just gonna do one more set of, I don't know, maybe just some Nordic curls, maybe some negatives. We'll have to see. Alright, let's keep it at this at the moment. No supersets, no drop sets. But you might notice when the Nordic curl gets more difficult, I kind of start to bend my hips, right? I mean, this goes for everyone, but in the Nordic curl, you should try to keep your hips as straight as possible. It's just when it's difficult, I still try to do it. I just can't do it. So I lose kind of the training time, I guess, the time under tension in the bottom position because my hips are bent. So I'm gonna do a couple more sets. Of course, rest up first, but do a couple more sets, really focusing on straightening my hips and assisting myself with my fingers. Whew. Alright, that burns. One more set. Okie dokie, so those finger assisted Nordics ultra clean, hips first to the ground, they're definitely gonna make a comeback in the next couple trainings because holy shit, do they burn the hamstrings, right? I mean, I did 8 reps, not clean reps on the hamstring curl, the Nordic curl right now, which it's 1 rep shy of my PR, but it's also the second exercise already. So we're now just about at peak strength, and this is the time where horse cooking, of course, has its place, doing a little bit worse form, but just going as hard as possible. For example, the first exercise, the holds with the hand behind the head, that's like the ultimate power that I have to dash out, right? I have to dash out all my strength to do that. It has its time and place, but also from now on out, I'm gonna have to do some clean stuff so that I can really train the bottom position with my hips extended, to gain some power over there and get the reps cleaner because, my goal is 20 reps, but if they look like they do today, then I might not be satisfied. So actually, I would be kind of satisfied with that because it would be insanely strong nonetheless. But ideally, we would get them a bit cleaner to get to the 20 reps as well. So those are definitely going to make a comeback. Next time I might try them with my pinkies. They're going to be good for lighter trainings as well. If I'm feeling tired and don't want to go too heavy, just doing the pump stuff has its time and place as well. So very nice things learned today. Now it's time to move on to pistol squats. So today is going to be paused pistol squats, aiming for 44 kilos, which is daunting. I'm quite scared for my life, but let's warm up and see how it goes anyway. This is 26 kilos should feel light. Then I'm gonna move on to 36 kilos before moving on to the 44 for hopefully 2 reps. Feels fucking heavy already. What the fuck? It's feeling heavy as shit today. What the fuck? I'm gonna go for it anyway. This is not good. Fuck. Whew. That's what some hype can do for you. Holy shit. Oh shit, my legs. Oh shit. Alrighty, so I was originally planning to do a back off set of 36 kilos for 5 or something. However, I'm just gonna do a bodyweight set. Now, these squatting every day things that I've been doing, very nice, right? But it's starting to catch up to me. Like, I don't feel as strong even as last training. So when I did the 40 kilo pistol squat, paused, I felt stronger than I felt today. I just pushed it harder today. That means that I'm not recovering well enough to get stronger. Now, you live and you learn, right? So I'm not regretting anything. In fact, I've gotten so much stronger on this challenge. I'm kind of happy with it. And in a way, I'm already surprised that I've gotten this far. However, for the last couple of days, right, there's like 10 days left, I am gonna stop doing weighted pistol squats every day. So I've been doing my daily pistol squats morning and night, 2 reps or 3 reps of like 30 to 34 kilos every time. And I think those are really starting to catch up with me. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna do in between squatting days, in between leg day, I'm gonna start doing body weight so that I can recover more, because in these last couple of days, I peaked too early, right? Like right now, I'm in the peak or already a bit behind it because, I'm tired, I'm not recovered anymore. But I want to kind of adjust it so that I can peak into heavy 1 rep max. Like ideally, next training, I want to do 54 kilos for 2 sets of 2 reps, if that's possible. If I recover, it's definitely possible, because last time I did 50 kilos for 2 sets of 2 reps and I was feeling tired already. Now, next time, if I keep going like this, I will feel even more tired. But if I can somehow manage to recover, right, I'll be able to do it. And that's just fucking insane to me, right? I can't even believe that. 54 kilos for 2 reps on 2 sets. That would be insane. So I'm gonna prioritize recovery, but keep squatting every day, right? Because that's the challenge. And I kind of like these challenges where, you have some stupid idea and then you say to yourself, I'm gonna do this. And then in between you start regretting your life decisions. I kind of enjoy that process. And now I'm in the middle of that process. So let's see how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna do 1 set of bodyweight squats here, some deep lunges for mobility, and call it quits for today. Nonetheless, I was feeling tired as shit, like 36 kilos, even 26 kilos was feeling heavy already. But nonetheless, the 44 kilos went up fast. The second rep, I was a bit cheating, but like with my feet on the ground. But nonetheless, 2 reps, very happy with that. Whew. Oh yeah, I can feel those puppies. All right, I'm really trying to feel the stretch here, keeping my hands a bit at my hips so that I have to, feel more ankle mobility. Very nice. All right. That's it for today's training. The last week, it's been a week, right? Has been kind of chaos. From having infinite energy to just being sucked down by the quadriceps. I mean, at first I thought it was like doing overwork and, having to teach some classes and overtraining. I think it's mainly just, well, overtraining, right? But just the fucking pistol squats. I didn't realize they had such a big impact, especially lately when the weights have been getting heavier. Yeah, I'm feeling it, but all this pain, all this inflicted damage, it's something that I'm in control of, right? I mean, yes, I guess it's not fun to be in like a tired state, but at the same time it is, because every little ounce of pain that you're feeling when you do these stupid challenges, you bring upon yourself. You're in full control. You can stop this at any time that you want, but you don't because you want to continue the challenge, right? You want to challenge your mind. And that's kind of the fun part about it, right? When you control all these little fucking challenges, right? You control your own pain by training. Like it becomes fun. Like pain is not fun in general, right? But when you're in control, when you inflict the pain upon yourself, it kind of becomes fun. And I feel like when you do that, right? When you train, when you do those stupid challenges, right? And you bring pain upon yourself, once you face like an actual painful situation in life, it kind of triggers the same laughing effect that I'm having right now. I'm fucking laughing at the pain. Like, what the hell is this shit, right? And I feel like, in life, when you have those things like, oh shit, this is bad, right? And you can't control it, it will kind of trigger the same mechanism, right? And that you're still able to go ahead, face the pain head onwards and continue. But yeah, I'm like, don't get me wrong, like I'm in fucking pain, right? I'm fucking weak. I don't I feel like I'm getting weaker every time I train, but at the same time I can't I can't help but laugh at it, right? Because I'm doing this to myself and I just know it's only 10 days left. I'm going to continue squatting. I'm going to continue finding a way on how I can continue this and be done with it when I'm actually done with it, right? When I'm past the 30 days. Like it's kind of the same with like running daily and training daily, I guess. Like when you start doing that shit daily, right? You're not used to how much recovery you need. So in the beginning, you go too hard, and then you kind of go into a dump where you're weaker. Like when I started running daily, I was getting slower, and when I started training daily, I was getting weaker. But once you get past that point, right, that's when you get stronger again. And I feel like right now I'm in that kind of point with the pistol squats. So yeah, I don't want to quit here because from here on out, you kind of learn how you can train while recovering. Like you learn so much from being in that deprived, weak state and then getting out of it. So I feel like most people, when they have an injury, like a nagging injury, or they get weaker, they just stop training for a while. I feel like, that's where the real challenge is. If you continue training there, if you figure it out, like how can you solve it while training, that's what like that's where you're gonna actually gain some knowledge. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep enjoying the pain and figure things out, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if the past couple of trainings have been real chaos, like, I'm sorry, but I'm figuring things out myself as well, right? I don't know anything about training, or I don't know everything. I know some things about training, but definitely not everything. No one knows everything about training. And when I try stuff like this, like new stuff, squatting every day, like I really like don't know what I'm getting myself into sometimes. And then I have to make these, or I don't have to make these videos, but I make these videos. I say what I think, but then I figure new stuff out, and apparently things were different, right? I thought I was getting tired from doing overwork at like actual work, but perhaps it was just squatting every day. Who would have thought that squatting every day with a kind of heavy weight would burn down your body eventually? But yeah, anyway, that's enough yapping for today. Uh, Tomorrow is gonna be a push day after work in the evening, so I'll see you then. Holy shit.